Hey everyone, welcome to episode 5 of my extreme difficult playthrough of the Ikkuro. I'm going to do a quick recap. First of all, thanks for hanging on. This is episode 5. I have listened to some comments, so I'm going to slow the game down a little bit for you. We're going to play a little bit slower. I'm not going to do any editing really too much because otherwise I'm never going to get through the series, and I think you want to see what happens. But it will slow it down. We'll take a little bit easier pace. We'll talk about some things. Trying to remember all the things that got brought up in the comments, and I'll try to cover some of those. Okay, so State of the Union, right? We just met, had a quick, brief war. Nothing happened. I think it was called the Baskura. Actually, it's right here. With the, Baskara conformity. Okay, so those are the hive mind race. They're not going to be too much fun. All three of these, I don't know where they are. I know roughly where they are. I mean, I'm at the edge of the system here, right? So I know they're roughly around here, but I really haven't gotten any information on them. But I think I will soon, as soon as my explorers get a little bit further. So let's talk about money. I'm doing pretty well here. Now, this is actually really well because I'm still maxing. Oh, I'm close to maxing out not quite maxing out my research. Again, I don't manually manage this. You can. And the reason why I'm taking some hits here is because I've got this terraforming, the limited biome shaping facility. Okay, so I've got one, I think, on every system, or at least these 3 new systems, not my brand new system here. Oh yeah, I started building on here too. Okay, so these are, right, if you look, they're taking 5,000 credit maintenance costs. So when they're done, and they're on their way, they're about halfway done. I think on my home, it's about 4%. So they're going to go to 10%. But remember, every year that they increase that percentage, they are increasing my income. So that's good, right? So it's all good. So it's going to eventually be, I'll be at full research pretty quickly, unless I expand, which I may. That's part of the things I may do too. So my research is okay. I finally have a second fleet here. So we have some defense against any future intruders. But I am going to, I'm going to do 2 things with the research. So I'm going to make sure I get better freighters because, as you may have seen earlier in the episode 4, we had a shortage of resources. So I'm going to look to increase that. And I'm going to probably go right to destroyers and cruisers. And I'm probably going to get some level 3 weapons. I'm going to try to do that. Okay, so let's take a quick research look here and see if I can go up slowly to take a look at everything we're working on. Oh yeah, we already have a lot of things picked out already. So okay. These things are all okay. Oh, good. There's destroyers. I want them pretty quickly. All right. And I know I'm doing this maneuvering, or I think I'm doing that, or I'm trying to get to those better weapons, right? My weapons that are unique to my race. So, but I really want to do, so this larger fuel storage will help all my freighters as well as my regular ships. So that, let's see, is not being selected. And it's pretty far, even though it's tier 4, it's going to take me a while. It's pretty far up. So I'm going to actually move that shift up arrow here to the top, I think. Yeah, it's going to take a little while because it's a tier 4, but I'm going to move up to the top. That should help. That's not bad. Yeah, I could probably make these medium freighters. That would be a big help. What am I on now? I'm on medium mining ship. Yeah, small passenger, small. Okay. So this is pretty important too, to help me with some of my shortages. So I'm going to move that up to number 2. But then I really, really want to get to my weapons, and I want to get to destroyers. So I think I'll move destroyers to number 3. And then I'll do all these. The fast mining is going to help too. Docking's going to help too with resources and also building ships. So I'll let this all run and see how we do from there. My weapons are still only tier 2 if I remember correctly. And I really do want to increase my hyperdrive so I can start exploring further. If I go up to weapons, right, I have level 2 torpedo. I think I'm using, I am using torpedoes. Okay. See, I want to get to this focused beam projections. Yeah, so I want to get there eventually, but I may, because it may take a while until I get the prerequisite. So I may go for enhanced torpedoes and then that'll keep me secure enough to, at least hold off till I can get those better weapons. So I'm going to move that up, not to the top, but pretty high. Yeah, I want this planetary governance. That's going to make some good money for me, and money's going to be a big issue, particularly if I expand a little bit. So All right. I think that's a good research progression there. So let's keep going. All right. Let's get the game run. I'll run at 2 times speed. I think 1 times would just drive us crazy. And we'll check on things. Of course, I want to check on my mining, which I do manually. A lot of you, and again, for beginners, yes, auto is probably a good choice for you. Yeah, so we found a lot of things since I was here last. I'm not really focusing on what the location is. You could, like, particularly if you were at war, you wouldn't want to be picking things like this would be fine, right? This one's close. But you wouldn't want to be picking something like this if the enemy was over there and they're just going to get wiped out or at risk. But we're at peace. And so I'm just going to click them all. And again, if you lose some constructors, it's not the end of the world, as long as you have money. Yeah, and fuel is big, right? Particularly until I get better freighters here, better fuel tankers to carry my fuel around. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm getting anything with fuel. I definitely want to be clicking on here. See, there's another one there. Well, because that's pretty far off away from our empire. This is good. Okay, good enough for now. And I don't think there's any new research bases. Yeah, there's one more that's being worked on. Okay, now I am going to be a little risky here. I am going to try to expand my colonies because I know that there are some enemies over here, and I want to expand my influence so that I can use the resources that are there, right? And some of these places, yeah, like that's not bad. Yeah, that would be a great place here. Now, it's only +9 for Octarians, and I have 10, the ability to raise this to 19, which would just barely make it profitable. But it's not about profit here. It's about, and here would be +18. It's just about strategic location because I know that there are other AI players over there, AI empires. Yeah, so I may do both of these. It's a little bit risky right now, money-wise. Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's also going to expose me a little bit, but if I was to lose those colonies, no big deal, right? All right, it's a little risky here, money-wise. I probably should have done 1, maybe not 2. And both of them are going to require that I do some terraforming pretty quick. All right, let's take a look at my explorer ships, see how they are. So all these dots represent every one of the ships and where they're exploring. So you can see I have pretty good coverage, right? The yellow and green I've already at least partially explored. And the circles here are showing me where my current exploration ships, I think that either they are or they're heading to. I think it's where they are, yeah. And if you, of course, scroll down, you'll see them all. And I think 23 is a good number for now. I mean, I'm covering everything. I can't expand that fast anyway, so I'm covering everything. The only thing I would be really interested in is, more research locations. And of course, if there were any of the 4 major luxury, and I think I've discovered 2, the luxury resources, right? So if I go here to resources and I put in the 4 that are super, super important, and I'll sort by price, right? So that would show me. Yeah. So Laurel's fruit, of course, I have. We got that last time. It's right on the edge of my empire, though. I do have to be careful, make sure it's there. You can see it's only being shipped back to my home colony right now. There's not enough of it. And the mining tech that I'm researching will help with that. If I see any of these, that would be a big, big important thing to expand towards. Yeah, you can see I'm really low on a lot of these. And those luxuries, of course, help your colonies make money, right? Quick look at my colonies. Everybody's doing fine. Remember this guy, I believe he is only, +14, but he's, of course, once this is done. See, again, because the population is so low, it takes a long time to build this. You see, this is only at 19% still, right? Now it's at 20%. So it just takes a long time to build. And then that will bring this up to 24, eventually, the suitability. And then it'll become profitable. That and when the population gets high enough, right? It just started 52. So it's going to be a drain on us for a while, as will the 2 new ones that we're building. And sometimes it doesn't work. No, there it goes. Okay, so we've already got the AI already built the first one for me, and it's loading up colonists automatically. Octarians, of course, because those places, only those guys can be, only that race can be profitable on those 2 new ocean worlds, if I remember correctly. All right. So again, this is a race of money and time because as time goes on, I'm going to be making more money. And then, of course, once these biospheres are done, right? So in other words, right here, once this terraforming reaches 10%, then I can dismantle these and that will save me a ton of money. So my research is not too bad. It's right, probably about 80% here. So it's not bad, but I don't want this to get too low, right? And again, as we've mentioned, you can manually manage this under finances and force the funding to do that. It's not part of the game that I enjoy. So and it's almost like a handicap, right? So as much as I've made made the game difficult, and then I try to tweak things like my ship designs and things, it's kind of a handicap to say, listen, I'm going to be on auto. That's what they're on. Oh, there's another research. Okay, so let's see if we can grab that. All right, another AI. It's over here to the right. Again, I don't really see. So I must have encountered one of its ships, but not one of its systems, so I don't know where it is. But here I'm going to build another research station. That'll be great. I really need that bonus, though. That will help me with getting my unique weapons. I'd really love to play with the unique weapons and see what they are. Okay, finally, we can see there's two different. Okay, this guy's really far away. Not a problem. These, yeah. Not even going to try anything. I'm going to send my ambassador, I think, to this guy because I don't really want a war this early. So, and you guys did point out I have not used my ambassadors. I agree. I should. So we only have one. Let's see, his traits is espionage plus 7%. Okay. Again, I'm not using offensive espionage. Another one of my handicaps. And just a matter of boredom. I'm just not thrilled with spies. All right. Well, while he's waiting then, I'll transfer him to this colony. Yeah, because I may want to take that over too. Yep, he's on his way. Okay. ETA next year. Early next year. All right, great. Anyway, he'll get some experience that way. I do want to check on my scientists. That's another thing we're doing. Okay. I think I picked up a fifth one, or at least I don't remember. All right, he's fine. Yeah, minus 1% troop, not terrible. I mean, this guy's almost a wash, but those skills will get up. And this is my really important one, plus 5% all research. That's really important. Okay, so everything's good there. All right, so at least we know I think we saw that we met him over here, so we kind of knew that was there. I wish there was a good system here that I could colonize to steal some of this influence. Okay, it looks like another. Oh, no, it's a bonus. Okay, that's if we occupy the planet. All right, I probably should crash this. Probably should crash this because it's so close. I'd hate to lose it, but I'll risk it. It's 98 days away. Yep, don't need that. I usually don't take those pirate offers. I mean, it does give me some system information in theory about a system I don't know about. Okay, so let me pause the game here. This is super important. All right, so unfortunately, it looks like it's either occupied or right next to the Aurochs territory. But this is the second luxury of those three super important luxury resources. This is the second one. It gives 24% colony development. Wow, 10% colony happiness. That's huge. 50% troop recovery rate and 3% plague curing. It's worth going to war over. Normally I would just go here, send my ships and destroy the base and then pay them off a little bit. Right. But I'm not a warlike nation, so I'm probably not going to do that. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so my ship is right here, right? He's just discovered this, so he's going to check out the rest of the system, and we'll see what happens. But that's a really good target. So if I do get to war with these guys, that will be the first thing I do is send a fleet there, and then build a base there, and see if we can't get that. All right, we'll let that run. So that's two big developments. All right, I'll speed it up till I get a message because really there's nothing happening now. I'm colonizing two systems. Yeah, my exploration ships are finding more things. Some scenery. So I just want to get to where something good happens, then I'll slow it down. Okay, there we go. Large fuel cells. That will help my freighters. It'll help my combat ships go further. All right. And this is 1.82 years. I may rush this. There's my new colony. Okay, great. There it is. So now I'm a little exposed on my front if we do get to war. So normally I might make a new fleet and send them there to defend all my interests in this area. I'm not going to right now. I'm not super worried. Yeah, but as I said, I only have the second fleet, right? And it's really made of a bunch of frigates. And of course, the famous cruiser, the inevitable intruder. And of course, there's our famous Admiral Urad. But I am playing a little lean here in military. I don't think I have a lot of troops. I don't plan on taking anything over. Nope, just one. So this is pretty lean for me. I'm playing, and particularly now that I've found 2, and they're not very friendly to me, minus 18. So it's a little dangerous to live like this and this is not a very strong fleet, right? We're talking about a strength of 5,000. It's probably a medium fleet for this part of the game. So but again, the leaner I ride with fleets, the more money I'm going to make, the more research I get, right? See, I'm at max research again, which is great, even with my new colony. And we must have picked up that research station. Oh no, I guess it's probably halfway built. Okay, so that's good. So I'm riding right on the edge. I'm riding the money wave. Okay, and this looks important. All right. Pause. Okay. We found millions of sleeping Slokins. We woke them up, it looks like, and they formed a colony. Okay, that would be a really big coup to grab that colony. And because I made a colony very close to them, they're probably in colonization range. Otherwise, I don't think they would have been. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's go over there and take a look. Okay. Oh, great. We accidentally insulted them. That's okay. Oh, look at this. Plus 13% mining rate for their home. All right. That's great. All right. So let's take a look. Okay. Again, not great, right? So their base suitability is plus 10%, right? And of course, there's only 304 million people. So that's not great. I'd have to terraform this right away. But it does have a nice strategic position. It's got some 2 pretty decent luxury resources here. So I have the money. I'll start wooing them, if you will. Yeah, limited experience. We can get rid of that. All right, 37,000 I can kind of afford right now. I'm doing pretty good money. They won't want to start a treaty here, but that's okay. We'll work it up. But I'd love to conquer that. That would really spread out my empire into the center of the galaxy almost. That would be great. All right, let's let this go. I'm going to slow it down to 2 times again. Okay, they accepted my money. Yeah, I forget if I wanted the Bhaskar or not. Let's see. I know I don't want these guys because I know what's going to happen. Interesting. Why don't I see the Bhaskar there? But okay. All right. I did say I was going to take second fleet and start doing some stuff with it, right? So let me just show you what I might do with that. So if you look at dangerous locations here, and some of them are actually, currently visible. I'm looking for things that are currently visible and that aren't too strong. See, like these guys are pretty strong there. 3,000 would probably be to threaten my mediocre fleet. But these guys are really easy to take apart and also give my admiral a little bit of experience. Now, I could auto this fleet, put it on attack, and then tell it to go do these things. And actually, maybe we'll do that. Okay. So I hate to move second fleet out of this position, but it's a little bit of risk, but let's do it. Okay. So let's station them here. And I'm going to pick my colony here and my spaceport. So I'm going to make this their home. Okay. Set home base for second fleet. I'm going to switch them to auto. Now you see that this is orange here. Now this is a mistake that I made. Well, it's not a mistake as you use pure manual fleets, but if you use auto fleets, this orange is indicating to me that one of my settings is not good. So I'm going to go here and show you that setting under policies, under military. See, these military attacks should always be set to auto because manual fleets don't even use this line. And if you have auto fleets, they really need this or they're not going to do a whole lot. So you can see this just changed off of orange now when I set that. So basically what that means is I can now say, listen, go a lot further than the same system. Okay. And I'm going to let them use the fleet tactics. Okay, that's fine. So they're neutral here. Okay, so this fleet is all set. They will now go up to 33% of their fuel range, and this is their base. So from their base of operations, I just changed it to be this home base. So they're probably going to fly here. I probably should have fueled him first, but that's okay. And then I'm going to set them to auto attack. Okay. And they're going to attack targets within 33% fuel range. And then they will actually do it on their own, but I can also tell them specifically to go after things. So let's just see how they do on their own first. See if they start fighting creatures. The messages will show up, right? As soon as I get into combat, and then we'll know that they're doing some work. They're going to fly over there, right? So they're moving there to start their mission of attacking anything in range of there. And that's kind of the center of my empire, so it's kind of good. They'll go off and do all that. Depending upon my settings too, they may also try to update my frigates, but because I'm manually in charge of my updates, right? So if I go here to my frigates, this is set to manual. There's nothing for them to upgrade it to. And I don't think they're going to upgrade these two ships here. If they do, I would do the only restart I would ever do. By the way, let's talk about saving the game here, right? But I don't think they will. I don't think they're supposed to, because there are no new designs for these two ships because they're derelict ships, right? There's no upgrade path for them, or at least I haven't set that. So I think we're fine. So I think they're not going to update anything. Oh, and I do want to add, because now that I'm not micromanaging them, I want to add a couple of fuel tankers, right? So I'm just going to go to one of my, well, actually I'll go to Balerian Spaceport where they're out of, and I'm going to, they're small ones, not that great, but I'll put two of them with that fleet. Okay. So there's one. Oh, they move to the front. Here we go. Fuel tanker. Okay. So that one, I'm going to add them to second fleet. And the second one, double click, join to second fleet. See, if there was more than one fleet, this would pop up a menu, as most of you probably know. All right. So now my second fleet should start doing stuff on its own. We can kind of keep an eye on them if we're not doing anything else. There's the two fuel tankers that will join them shortly. And they're going to join them right where they're arriving. So that should be good. And then they can go off and do some attacks, and let's see how well they do that. I'm going to check back to my colonies. I always want to check now. Oh, that second colony got built. So now I have two extremely far out colonies here, and they're putting a drain on my economy. But that's good. I want to expand my influence there so that other people can't build resources around me. All right. Or I can buy those bases if they have them there from them. All right. But I'm going to check my planets here. So see my terraforming improvements up to 7%. So they're almost ready to scrap and save us a ton of money when I scrap these biome facilities. This one probably just started. Yeah, he didn't even finish yet. He's at 82%. Okay. Okay, fuel tankers are completed. Don't want to reveal an independent colony. Okay. Yeah, I'd really like to snag this colony up here. I know I was working on this one too, but if I remember, they were super, super difficult. Yeah. We're troubled by your strange alien ways. So I'm just going to save my money for now. Not going to worry about that one. But this one, we definitely can grab. See, because my strange alien ways are only -5. This is going up every year. In fact, can we rush this a little bit? No, not yet. Okay, there we go. Somebody's fighting, right? Let's see. Good. They're already attacking their first. Let's go back to second fleet and just watch them. They're already attacking targets. Good. Of course, they didn't refuel this ship yet, which is not bad, not good. They're attacking very weak targets right now. If you haven't seen it yet, I just added a new mechanics video talking about fleet templates. So that worked. I'll start using those probably, I don't know, next episode. Look at my money now. I'm up to 14,000. That's great. My cash flow, which means my research is maxed out. That's great. I should have a constructor ship heading there. Let's see what he's doing, right? I have one constructor ship set. Yeah, he's retrofitting. Okay, good. He's going to get the better fuel tanks. Although I think the fuel tanks were an automatic upgrade, but whatever, he's going to get the latest stuff. And then he'll build that base. I don't know what version 12 is. I could look at this, right? If I went to version 12 and see what's old here. Yeah, he's going to get large fuel cells, I think. So that is a new tech. So that will change very quickly when he goes up to 13. All right, what I love about this game, right? I can double click here and actually see him in progress, right? See him getting upgraded. There he goes. Now he's going to CT14, it looks like. Right, and that's just great that the game, I love that level of you can watch everything happening. Then he was going to go off and do the research base. Let's see. Yep, now he's got a large fuel cell. See, so that's going to increase his range dramatically. So that's excellent. All right. And no, he's got no mission, but he's probably going to change very quickly. Right? He's set to auto build research stations. There's a demand for it. Yeah, kind of strange that sometimes this doesn't happen. I would manually do it right now because it would just frustrate me, but I'm not going to. I want to make sure the game is working. Otherwise, report a bug. All right, so I'm just going to let that happen. We'll check on them in a little while. Of course, if I don't see that research base being built. Okay, good. So enhanced civilian ships is completed, right? So now we get medium freighters. That's excellent. Large mining ships, medium fuel tankers. That should help dramatically improve our resource allocations across my empire. And as my empire is getting bigger, it's getting more and more important that happens. Okay, so my tech's doing so well, 538, that I'm going through these techs pretty quickly. So I'm going to have destroyers very quickly, and I may make a new fleet once I get these destroyers, although I might wait for those torpedoes, although they're version 2. Okay, see, so the torpedoes are version 2, so I can design the ship now. When that tech comes out, it'll just, like a software upgrade, it'll just immediately upgrade my ships. They don't have to get retrofitted. So I will probably do the destroyers right away. All right, good. No wars. My colonies are getting better. 8%. Okay, they're almost there. One of those things about the game, right? These facilities have no value once you reach that 10%. And yet you've got to manually notice that it happens and then delete them. There's no reason the game couldn't have done this automatically, or at least had a setting in, in your automation here that just to automatically retire those buildings and save you a ton of money. I don't know why that's not part of the game. So I would love to see that someday get added. Okay, this is really bugging me. This guy's not doing anything. What are you not doing here? All right. It might be at maximum range, so I may have to do this manually. So let's go here. Okay, and let's grab that construction ship. So go back to construction ship. There he is. And I'm going to manually say, build a research station here. Go. All right. Why didn't he do it on his own? Not sure. I'm going to come back to auto. There he goes. It might have been because the range is just too far. But it's worth risking his life and the crew for the sake of the empire. Boy, I sound like a hive mind now, right? It doesn't even look that far. And we've got, although there's no fuel probably at this base, I've got a base here. All right, let me just check on something. I don't think it's the case, but I'm going to show you something that you can do, right? So particularly an empire that's close like these guys. If I click on them, speak with them, negotiate a deal. Yep, see, here it is. Sometimes you can buy mining bases, and it may be valuable to figure out what kind of base it is, but I just usually buy everything I can, particularly if money's good, which it is right now. Right? And then I just keep hitting this until it turns green. And I buy any bases in a contested system. That means either that system's in my influence or we both have stations there and it's not in anyone's influence. Okay. And I just grabbed a free mining station from them. So it's almost... it's maybe that's a handicap in the future I won't play with, but I use it a lot, and it's really powerful to just buy this from these guys. So you can check all of them, right? Negotiate a deal. See, he has nothing to sell. And these guys are probably too far away from me. Oh, no, there's one there, 8,000. Okay, I'll buy that one too. I just didn't feel, I'll get a little lazy there. Of course, you could have gotten it maybe to 9,000. All right, we'll buy that one. And then... he's got none. Okay. Yep. So we traded for a mining station. And what those stations are, I mean, you can get down to the minutia of it and look at it like, oh, it's a resource I don't need. Why would I bother? I just like to increase my influence. I'm trying to expand out. I don't really spend the time looking to see what it is. If I was hurting for money or something, then I might be concerned, right? Or if I was having research, if I was having resource shortages too, I might care. All right, I'm going to speed it up till we get some more messages. I have a nice chunk here, and I'm really not, I don't know who's here on the right, but I don't seem to be bounded too much. I'm able to grab all this stuff. Oh, I do want to get these guys a little friendlier, right? I'm going to go back to 2 times speed, but I'm going to go do that. My independent colonies. Yeah, that's the one, right? Yeah. So let's speak to them, send them a gift, offer a treaty. Nope, we still, okay. It's helping though. And with all this money, we're fine. In fact, I probably should crash. Well, it's too close now, but. Okay, I think as soon as these destroyers are done, I'm going to start building a medium fleet. I'm just playing. Somebody's going to declare war on me so soon, I have a feeling. And I'm really not in a great defensive place. I did want to check on second fleet. Okay, they're moving around. So they're attacking things. That's great. And they're fueled finally. Okay, hi, let me pause this because I want to see. I may want to. No, it looks contested. I think it's red. So let's see. Oh, where's my ship that was going here? He's going there. Why is it? There one. Yeah, there it is. Why does it say I could have to click on this? That's interesting. I thought this would automatic because I manually send somebody there. I think this would normally be selected. That's strange. All right. Don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so let's let this run. I want to build my destroyers. In fact, I'll speed it up just to get the destroyers. And I'll slow it back down again. Okay. All right, let's design some destroyers. Okay. Now, the AI is going to automatically design one for me. I'm going to override their design. I'm going to put it the manual first here, and I'm going to hit upgrade. It does a pretty good job of doing all the base things. I don't really have to worry about all the compartments, the fuel cells, everything else. It picks the latest. It gives you enough to get the ship going. All right, I'm going to call this DD. We'll call it Fletcher. Okay, now let's talk about what I care about. The weapons. I don't want short-range sensors. I'm going to take trace scanners. It's at full shielding and armor. It's probably fine. I don't need these laser cannons. I think my best weapons are the torpedoes. And, of course, my PD. So I'm going to add, let's see, some more PD and maybe one more. Yeah, it's a little overkill. Okay. See, these are small. I mean, I could put small torpedoes on here. Yeah, maybe that'll be better. Yep. Okay. So we'll have one PD and we'll have 5 torpedoes. That's pretty powerful. Early game here. I could have put, no, my engines are full. I could have put, let's see, what else could I have put here? Nothing really I care about. No, I don't have a lot of technologies. Like I love to put up shield capacitors, help a lot. I love those. Might have decided to put a fighter bay if I had fighters. They're coming, but I don't have that technology. So this is good. This is a nice early destroyer for me. It's got a lot of torpedo weapons. I do want to make sure I set things here. So I want to do, I don't want aggressive. I want neutral. I mean, you could do standoff. You could do cautious here. But torpedoes really come into power around mid-range here. And I do like to keep engagement to same system for an individual ship. Yeah, sometimes I do local. Latest design for largest hull for roll. I did this covered in my video as well. Yep, that's good. I may change that eventually. And position in the fleet. Yeah, core is fine. Okay, we're all good. And I'm going to ignore the recommendations. Just they're always telling me you can't maneuver as well or go as fast. And yeah, I'm at max engines anyway. I probably really should spend some technology upgrading these proton engines. Okay, in fact, I'll take a look at that right now. But there they are. Destroyers perfectly designed, all ready to go. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so let's see what happened here. So my crazy commander here decided to go after these guys. Now these guys are strength 6,000. See? So I don't know why. So if I set tactics here, enemy strength 50% or greater, I don't know why they're attacking it. I mean, they'll probably retreat on their own, right? But this is what I hate about automating things. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Are they going to run or are they going to? Yeah, they're going to run actually. Okay. They're trying to run. And what is this guy doing? He's jumping. Okay, good. Get out of there. There they go. All right. Well, at least they did what they're supposed to do and they got out of there. But the fact that they went over there at all in the first place, not making me happy. Okay. So maybe I'll build, it's too much money this start. See, my money's already down. Now let's go check our colonies. These things are almost done. 9%. Okay, so very, very soon I'm going to be scrapping these, and then I'll have a little more money, and then I'll make my destroyer fleet. Maybe I'd like to take that out because that planet has probably something valuable in it. Right? Yeah, there's something for either my storyline here, I think, or some other storyline. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. That makes perfect sense. I don't know. We saved this admiral, and now he's just an idiot, right? Yeah, now he's got half my fleet damaged. All right. Enough. Manual. Let's take him back. Let's get him repaired at the closest spaceport. Okay. Which is there. All right. We're going to get those repaired. They took care of some creatures. I can manually tell them to go after creatures as well. It's just as well. I'll probably add some destroyers in there. Okay, good. Have a new leader. Don't really care. All right. This is so valuable. I am going to crash this. Let's see how much it costs. Yeah. That's going to generate a ton of money for me. Okay, good. That'll be 170 days. That'll go very quickly. And probably right about the time that this is done, I'm hoping that my terraforming will be complete. And that will be a big change of money. And then if I build the new fleet, I won't be so concerned about money. Yeah, that's great. By the way, did that research ever get built? Let's see. He's on his way. Look at that energy of 1. I don't know what's causing that. I wonder if the design is not providing enough energy to the hyperdrive. Warp drive, yeah. That'd be interesting. We can take a look. Let's see. Yeah, no. I think it's okay. Excess energy output. Yeah. I don't know why it's struggling like that. Maybe this is over the line. Hyperdrive is blue. Static output. That must be weapons. Hyperdrive uses 61. Reactor energy output 74. Energy overuse 36. Yeah, because static usage is 49. So this is a bad design by the AI, I think. I don't feel like spending a lot of time looking into that, but I think that's why the energy is struggling here and maybe not even fully powering the hyperdrive. Okay. See, now the hyperdrive's off, so he's got the energy, right? But as soon as he jumps, yeah, he goes down to 1. So this is a bad design by the AI. It should know better, or I've got to up my reactor technology, right? So let's do that. I can't blame them necessarily. Let's check our reactor technology. All right, let me. I think it's right up here, and hopefully it's yeah. Well, no, these are my engines. I want to increase those as well. Here it is. Well, it's tier 3. I don't know why that'd be a problem. All right, that'll be version 3. So again, that may just be that one ship design, but this obviously is becoming a problem, and I also want my engines to get a little better. And then I really, really want to... And now you've got a decision here about hyperdrives. I tend to like the fast hyperdrives. That doesn't mean they're fast traveling through hyperspace, right? It means that they jump quickly. So if you look here at the initiation time is 8, right? And this one is 13. I just like them to get moving because I think half the time wasted is them getting their drives up and running. Now, it will increase everything else too. It will increase the range and the speed over my previous technology. So it's not a terrible thing, but I do want that pretty quickly. And when you're thinking about combat, now I'm not at war, but you're thinking about combat, one of the most important things is shields, right? The higher the shields are, the higher the shield resistance. It deflects a lot of weaker weapons. Shields are super, super critical. And I usually go down the middle path here, even though recharge, see this recharge rate rules all. This one is 0.3. So if you really want to, okay, I'll do it for this game. So I think this path is best because that recharge rate is everything when you're in the middle of a battle, much more than the actual shield strength. Okay, so again, tons of tech. I do want to get cruisers pretty soon because I do feel I'm going to get into a war. I'm going to be behind on capability of my ships. All right, but we're really trying to get this thing to be done, which is almost done. Okay, great. Let's pause the game. All right, so let's go to my colonies. They're not quite done, so I'm not going to get rid of this biome facility, but I am going to build on all the big colonies at least, this planetary administration center, which we just researched, right? It's going to give me the most important thing here for me is the corruption reduction, the colony happiness, and of course the colony development. But my development's probably already close to maximum, not here, but everywhere else actually. So there, okay, good. He's going to build one. He's going to build one. And even though this is an up and coming, I'll build it here too. This is getting, it's going to be a while. I probably didn't need it there right away. It's going to take forever to build too, because there's still low population, but that's good. So as soon as they get built, my money's going to go up. And again, my main thing I want to make sure is that this is running at maximum, right? As long as it's running at maximum, and I've got some money to use in diplomacy, I'm good. And again, one of the big reasons is I don't have a big fleet, right? One of the big reasons that I'm good in money. But yeah, let's talk to these guys again. Let's see if we can't bribe them again. Nope, not yet. 404 next year. Okay. All right, I'm letting it run. Somebody's having a fight here. Probably a ship that I don't have in a fleet. Oh, we got a new admiral. Okay, good. So maybe we'll use him in our new destroyer fleet, which I'm going to build very shortly. I'm just waiting for this money to catch up. Okay, there it goes. I'm really just waiting till I can get rid of these biome facilities, right? So as soon as this hits, it's 10%. So yeah, even though it says 10%, there's still a part of it still going, right? There's decimals involved here. So there it is. Okay, see it turned orange. So we're going to scrap it, and that's going to save us money per turn. This one's about to go. I'm sure if I just watch it here, it'll go because we built these all around the same time. Yep, new resource. Okay, so I got to check that in a second. There it goes. Let's get rid of that one. And this one's probably the same. Yeah, this one's going to go too. And look at my money already. I'm at 45,000. Yeah, I can easily afford a fleet. I may build some troops as well because it takes forever to build troops if I do decide to become a little less peaceful. All right, more discoveries. Yeah, let's slow this down. Come on. This guy's still going. He's only at 3%, right? And I'll work on these guys soon too, but I really want to make sure I have enough money. Oh, wow. Another independent colony. Wow, there's a lot of them. Yes, we'll pay the protection fee. No reason to be messing with pirates right now. We have plenty of money. Come on, you're almost there. This should turn orange any second. And then I promise I'll build my medium fleet. What is going on? I'm sorry. I'm going to go to 8 times speed till that thing's done because it's got to be seconds away. Exploration ship. Now, wait a minute. What? I thought I made peace with all the pirates. Not this guy. And I probably can't now. Yep. I don't know. Somebody fired on him. I don't know. We signed a peace treaty. It didn't last. Great. Okay. Oh, back to my colony. There it is. All right. So let me go back down to 2 times speed. All right. So once I scrap this one, I'm going to have even more money. And in fact, I'm making so much money. I think I will, at least maybe on one of these, maybe this one, I will build, or the game will crash. Okay, good. I will build this facility. Yeah, it's going to take some of my money. That's okay. All right, great. And then let's build a fleet, right? I'm still at the stage where I'm not going to use the fleet manager. I mean, I guess I could show it to you right now, right? So, well, and I'm going to use the built-in one, the attack fleet. I'm going to edit it. 2 fuel tankers is good. Of course, I don't have carriers or battleships or cruisers, but we'll use destroyers. Now, I could pick my actual destroyer. I only have 1 destroyer, so I could actually pick my own destroyer, right? Or I could pick the latest design for the hull destroyer, which I'm going to do because I'm probably not going to have multiple versions of destroyers. Cruisers, yes. So this is good enough for me right now. Anything I upgrade in destroyers, but it is a dangerous setting in case you update an older version, but I only have 1 type of destroyer right now. This is fine. And I'm probably going to want, I know it's going to be a lot, excessive, but I really want to take out those bases we talked about 25%. And yeah, we'll take 10 frigates with us too. That's going to be a lot of ships. It's going to be very expensive. Okay. So that's my attack fleet. And now I can just say build that attack fleet at a particular base, right? Now, the only base that has enough resources is this base here, which is on the edge. That's our capital, I believe. So I'm going to pick that. I could put any construction yards, but then the ships will come from all over the place. So I'm going to build that at that spaceport. I'm going to have a giant fleet. Let's see what the attack version is going to be. Well, we'll find out eventually. Okay, that's a pretty big fleet, but I do want to take that system here with those automated spaceports on it and see if there's something super valuable there. Okay, it's next year already, so I can bribe these guys again. Let's go do that while we're waiting for our fleet to be built. I feel so much better that I actually have another ship, a fleet, and a very strong one at that. Yeah, this guy. So let's talk to them. There's another gift. Ugh, can't get up with treaties yet. All right, and let's do the same to the tickets. We've got the money. And they're right on the edge there, too. That'd be really great to find. And they will take a limited trade agreement. Okay, they're going to be much quicker to capture. Excellent. Okay, things are going well. Second fleet, remember, is not doing anything because they're still getting repaired. I don't know why. Well, he is repaired. Let's do it again. That seems to be some kind of bug, too. And third fleet, they're going to probably do it automatically if I didn't anyway, but let's take the new admiral, who is terrible. Look at this poor space attacker. And let's dismiss him. Forget it. Yeah. I know he might get better over time, but I'm going to grab my famed leader and move him to third fleet. He's going to leave the famous cruiser, but that's okay. Maybe we'll add the cruiser to this fleet. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. So let me go to second fleet. Of course, he won't be in it now that I did that because it's not the flagship anymore, but I should have waited. Okay. Let's take this cruiser. Let's leave second fleet and let's join third fleet. All right. Yeah, we've got pirate trouble up here too. Ugh. But we're doing great with money. See? So I would definitely rush these things. Crash these programs here. Okay. We're going to go through this tech pretty quick. Let's check our technology here. Oh, we found another one. Well, that's the one we're working on. We found another one here. Oh, this is great. Look at this, 23% reactor. That may be the one I needed for my weapon. So we'll check that out. I can't remember. Nice. And this guy should be almost arriving. And he's got energy problems here. He's there, it looks like. Yep, he's building it. Okay, great. And this is somebody else. Wow, I think we just beat him here. Wow, that was really lucky. Oh, we've got another admiral. We'll put him in charge of second fleet, even if he's terrible. Let's see. Like all my admirals to be on manual, by the way. Okay, you can go to second fleet. No, second fleet. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now I've torpedo version 2, so all those ships don't need to be retrofitted. It's just automatic. So I'm going to have that much better strength. In fact, second fleet probably went up. Well, it doesn't look like they went up in strength. I think I have torpedoes on these designs, right? Oh, just a medium torpedo. Maybe that's why. Okay, the frigates aren't that useful here. And that's going to take forever to build. All right, let's go back to... So we just got this. That's amazing. Yeah, and then there's one more. Hopefully he'll do it. I did put him back to auto. Okay. Oh, and I've got a lot of resources, I'm sure, that I have not kept up with. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We're all working on stuff here. But there's plenty more here I want to get them going on. I probably should have more constructors at this point, right? I have plenty of money. I probably should have more constructors. New fuel sources. I'm kind of just blindly doing this. I might... Doesn't really matter. You know, some people, you'll see people write about you can have too many bases and it messes up your logistics. I've never really had any problem with that. Again, particularly once you increase your civilian ship technology and your hyperdrive. I've never really run into that problem in my plays. So maybe I play on small maps too. Maybe a larger map I'd see a difference, but I never play on large maps. It just slows the game down and gets a little bit boring. Okay. One thing is I have new colonies, if you remember. So you always want to check here. See, they're ready for spaceports. So these are my 3 new colonies. and they would never built a spaceport there. So I'm going to do that. Remember, that's going to add tech as well as allow for the logistics of them to store fuel and other important things at the edge of my empire. So I probably could have done that a lot earlier. Okay, we're doing really well with money here. My research is up to 588. It's going to go up even higher when this is done. So things are looking really, really good here. Not a lot of excitement, but really good. I'm hoping before the end of the episode to take this new fleet and attack those automated stations. So at least we can have one good event, combat event here. Okay, good. So that'll help. I haven't really talked about migration and moving people on and off planets. I'll probably do that next episode. Just not that interested in doing it right now. Let's see how my fleets are doing. Third fleet's still a long way from being built. Yeah. And it built all the frigates first, which to me are kind of useless. So I really want to see some new destroyers. One thing that will help is this docking bay version 2. I believe that'll help. Well, actually, I know what will help is we need better. We need like a medium spaceport, right, to build huge fleets like this. So, yeah, see, this is really nice too. This would upgrade to a higher level. We'll see. We're not hurting for money. Yeah, this would help with my future ships too. I really hate to leave all this stuff. And this is tier 3. We're definitely going to grab that. Yeah. So as far as proved colonization, we don't need, but yeah, I do want to do maybe continent. And I've got to increase these two. This is the, right. I'm going to discover more things with my explorers. So I definitely want to upgrade that, but I want to see where it is I get better spaceports, right? I think it's here. Yeah, medium. Well, it's small. There's medium spaceport, right? So I want to go up this path right away, actually. After coordinated docking. Okay. I'm going to do those two right away. That's going to give me medium spaceports. I'm going to build ships faster. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do here. But the other thing I've let go too long. If I'm going to be at war, I love to have long-range sensors, so I'm going to grab that. But I've let this go on way too long. And that is the scanner technology, right? So enhanced resource. Oh, I'm full. All right. I'll just remember to do that soon. But yeah, we really need those medium spaceports to build these giant fleets. I'm going to let it run a little faster because I do want to try to get to that attack before the end of the episode. If anything important comes, I'll pause. Okay, another empire. Yeah, we're still not getting far enough in our explorations. I get, part of it is I have better fuel tanks now, but also the hyperdrive technology. I may want to move that up too. Yeah, because it's way down here, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to explore as far as I want to. Okay. I don't want to change too much. All right. All right. It's getting there. Third fleet's getting there, but they're already at 3,000 strength, but it's going to take a while. There's our first destroyer. Great. Another independent colony. Whoa. Now that one's important, right? Because that's continental, it looks like. That's our race. See, of course it is. Yeah, that's our race. Right, so we should be able to get those guys super, super quick, right? They're probably going to love us. Let's see. Devlin, yeah. Pleased with us. See, I think we could probably, yeah. I'm going to do one gift to them and we're done. Okay. So let's colonize that immediately. Okay. Wow. That's going to be a coup because it's right next to these guys. And I might even get my influence to overlap that resource here. I can't remember what Corbidian spice or whatever one it was. That would be super, super important. So I can snag this before they do. Wow. That would be nice to end the episode. If I grab that and I get this attack off. I'm not sure I'm going to. There goes the colony ship. Let's go, go, go. I'm glad it got built, right? Because I guess it was built because there's so much going on here being built that it might have gotten a lower priority, but it must have been built at the planet itself, right? Because look at all these ships being built. So you can see how slow this is going. I'm watching, right? 47, 50, 52. So to build this big fleet's going to take a long time with these small spaceports. Okay, yes, I want to pay you. Yes. Oh, that's right. I have it going way too fast. Slow down. Okay. Okay, just some new stuff here. Let's see if it moved to the top of my list. See, all those are getting built. No, they're not getting built. Wow, what are my constructors all doing, actually, now that I think about this? I think one of these is the new stuff we just found. All right, what are my constructors doing? Let's take a look at our constructors. Maybe we lost a lot. 13. No. Yeah, 13. Not a lot. Retrofitting. Okay, a lot of them retrofitting. All right, we got to build some more of these. So, of course, I don't want to go to that spaceport I was just at. I want to go to the Balerian spaceport where nothing's getting done. And it's in the center of the Empire. That's good. Let's build a bunch more of these. Yeah, small. I thought I researched medium, but I guess I didn't. Maybe it's in my queue. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Our Empire's pretty big now. We've got to do this. No, I'll add a couple more exploration ships too. Yeah, I want the... Believe it or not, the EX2 is the higher tech one. All right, so I built 5 of those, 4 of those, and I built 10 of these. Let that go. That should help ease our backlog here. All right, most of the stuff's happened to freighters on the edge of the Empire. I'm not super worried about it, but I would like to have had peace with these guys. And as many of you pointed out, probably, see, I got this protection agreement. I probably didn't get a protection agreement from him because I just let the game run too fast. So by the time I clicked it, we were already shooting at each other. It's okay. Not the end of the game. Okay, I'm just checking my systems here to make sure everything's good. Oh, I did say I was going to build some troops, right? So I'm going to go to my home planet and let's build 10 troops just to have. We'll need them eventually, and they do take so long to build. So, and I have plenty of money, although it's dropping a little bit now. Yeah, this one's already almost not a drain. It's only down to minus 1,000. That's great. But my fleet, right? My fleet's going to be huge. And if you want to check that, you just go here to your economy, right? And you'll see right now my ship and base maintenance. Well, it doesn't break them up between the two, but it's 46,000, right? That's a huge part of my income. And of course, I just built some troops. That's going to go up too. So yeah, I'm pushing it a little bit here, but I'm still doing okay. I'm at max. I'm at max here. Now let's see if that guy actually is doing anything, or is he sitting around again? He's retrofitting. Okay. And he's taking his sweet time because of this poor design. Okay. So anyway, keep your reactors up to date. I didn't think, I mean, tier 3 should have been okay, but I guess not for a tier 3 warp drive. I don't know why that's a problem. Maybe the AI messed up, but do make sure you keep that up to date. That's pretty important. All right. How's third fleet coming along now? Well, they're coming. Right. And I think they're going to be powerful enough. And I'll probably send in second and third fleet together at the same time. And then they should be able to take out those bases. If we focus two fleets on one base at a time, I think it'll work out okay. Yeah, I should have probably built more constructor ships earlier, but it's a part of the fun of the game, right? And again, when I'm doing a playthrough like this, I'm not as focused as I usually am on checking things. All right. But we're in a really good position. If I can grab this, and let's see where that colony ship is, if he's close. Yeah, he's really close. If I grab that, that's going to be great. I will put a fleet there super, super soon, right? Because that's just waiting, asking for trouble. That's just asking for trouble there. There we go. Now I'm going to get a medium construction ship, see? When this thing hits 70. This would have been a good thing to do a little bit earlier, too. So all my construction ships will be bigger. They'll be able to build things quicker. We'll get that backlog taken care of. Okay, he's almost there. Let's just make sure nothing... This is so important. I want to make sure there's no pirates. No. There it is. Okay, great. At least we got that done before the end of the episode. That's really cool. I'm going to go here immediately. Got some nice defense. That's great. We'll need that. In fact, I'm going to build a couple more troops here just because I expect to get invaded here. I'm going to build both a planetary administration center and I'm going to terraform this. Even though they're at plus 14, you want to get them right away to plus 24. All right. And we're going to discover what these resources are very quickly. I don't know what they are, but we'll get those. And we'll probably be able to build a spaceport immediately as well. Yeah, version 2 is the better one. All right. So we'll build a spaceport. Okay. Now, I may research defensive bases. I mean, this is going to be a big hotspot, right? In fact, I will send Second Fleet here right away. We're going to set the home base to be here. Oh, no, I'm going to use them for that attack. Never mind. Okay, Second Fleet, stop. I forgot. I want to use them for that attack. So let's let this run. Let's go back to delete. Check on Third Fleet. I'd love to get this attack off before the end of the episode. Third Fleet. He's got a while to go. Okay, now all my constructors are going to want to retrofit, which is fine. This will give us medium spaceport. That's really important. As I said, help us build ships. You see how slow this fleet is getting built. It will allow us to build 2 at a time, and they'll go quicker. All right, the more population and the better the spaceport, they'll build these ships quicker. All right, but look at the strength is already 13,000. Now again, see my money? We're getting really close here. And I built a lot of construction ships, so there's a lot of overhead creeping up on my empire here. But my empire is growing. These guys are producing a lot. Eventually, these guys will become profitable or close to profitable. Okay, good. I'll be able to retire this when this hits 10%. That's pretty close. That'll bring up our money again. We're doing okay. 21,000 with a big fleet. Research is at maximum. Not a problem. All right, somebody was at war and they made peace. Yeah, they're raiding my bases. Okay. Ugh. I'll take them out as soon as I find them. All right, I'm just rushing this, so good. And we're getting more tech from those small bases, right? So I'm up to 687. This is going nice and quick. I'm just trying to rush this so I can get Third Fleet. Yep, almost done, Third Fleet. I'm really excited to take this place and then have a explorer ship check it out. Oh, we found more tech. Okay. Now, why is this one disabled beyond max? Okay, so see this. How is that beyond maximum construction ship range? I have no idea. So I'm going to grab one of my, pause the game, I'm going to grab one of my new construction ships that's just coming out, which will have the latest design. Yeah, here we go. Somebody's just getting built. Let's see. Oh, they're all built already, the new ones. Huh. All right, he's just refueled. Good, he's close enough too. All right, good. So I've got him selected. Now let me go back to, or let me go here to research location. Okay. And this, the only thing I can think of this is in a nebula. Yeah, I've got a mining station here. So, right. So why wouldn't that be buildable? I have no idea. All right. And I'm going to go back. No, I think I went the wrong way. There. They're refueled already. He's all set. So I'm going to say build a research station here. Leave him on manual. He's not even upgraded fully, but that's okay. Yeah, see that CST1 must mean a medium. So he's still a small. I don't care. He's going to get there. We'll upgrade him afterwards. I'm going to leave him on manual. I'll check on them once in a while. All right, great. That's going to get our research even higher. Money's good. Third Fleet should be done. They are. Okay, let's get them fueled up. No, I don't want to go in that direction. So let's go over here. There's got to be a few. So if you turn off this diplomacy thing, you can see fuel sources, right? And the closest one is here. And as long as he has a lot of fuel here, we should be fine. And, oh, he doesn't have a lot of fuel here. Actually, I guess this is only 24%. That should be, I don't know why he's not. All right. Anyway, we'll refuel here. We might not have enough. If we have to go somewhere else, we will. See, it's building up pretty quickly. All right, so third fleet's going to go there. I need second fleet to refuel, so I'll pick a different place for the refueling for second fleet. Yeah, we'll pick this one, which is a little further away, but that's okay. So they're not draining the same base. He's only got 300. I guess my big freighters are pulling this out pretty quickly. That's all right. I'll just send them there because they're always constantly building it back up. And second fleet's not that out of fuel like third fleet is, right? Now, the only problem that I did is by sending them all the way over here, these ships are going to be going much slower. See, they're going at 136 as compared to these guys going 408. So actually, I should have picked a closer place. Yeah, so I may override this. Let's see. Yeah, I may send them here. Let's see what this looks like. That's not fuel. There. Yeah, I may send them here because otherwise it's too far. Of course, when you stop them like this, and then they're going to stop their warp, and then they have to reinitiate again. So I caused a lot of delay that I didn't need to. Okay, and why is it dropping? I guess there's a freighter in there. It's hard to see. All right, so anyway, third fleet should arrive here soon, which is a little bit closer. Yeah, there's another freighter. Here they go. All right, so third fleet's arriving. There they go. They're fueling up. These guys are probably still inbound. So, yeah, of course, those are the ones that need the fuel. Did I not build? I guess I didn't. I didn't build. No, there's the tankers. Okay. Yeah, now watch. He's out of fuel. See, he's out of fuel. So maybe here we have some. Let's send them over here. Oh, it's updating. Oh, I forgot to slow the game down. My bad. Sorry. Oh, and look at my money. And now I'm in trouble. Right, under construction. Maybe this planet has some fuel. Let's check it out. Yeah, refuel there. Let's check. So if I click here in resource shortages, it has a little bit of Castellan. Okay, might be enough. Maybe third fleet will refuel here. Oh, and this one. Oh, that is the mining base. Yeah. No, they have fuel. Where's the? Oh, there's the mining base. Oh, there's plenty of fuel here. Okay, or more fuel there. All right, there they go. See, now my empty ships are getting filled. We're close. Let's go over here where there's even more fuel. Yeah, when you have a big fleet like this early mid game and you don't have a lot of fuel, it can be a problem. Keeping these big fleets supplied with fuel. All right, I think that's going to do it. So as soon as they're ready, we're going to go in. Second fleet should already be at its refueling location, so we'll delay them a little bit. I just need these last few destroyers to get fueled up. Come on. Let's see, they're probably... they're in system. Yeah, if they have no fuel, they're not going to fire, right? They can't fire their weapons. So I really need those guys fuel. Oh, there's one. It's one left. I mean, I could live without one ship, but yeah, I might have to. I don't know what he's doing. Sometimes I go in here and I manually do this, right? Except he's jumping away. All right, whatever. Oh, good. He's going to the space station to do it. He'll refuel very quickly. All right. I hope he does. All right, let's go. So we're going to meet here. Yeah, it's not so super important. They're going to send out a lot of fighters. So I think it's better for us to fight the fighters first and then go in. So I'm going to send them right here. He's got some fuel, but not all of it. No, there's two guys with low on fuel here. Right, so I'm going to send third fleet in here, and then in a little while I'll send second fleet in here. This refueling of a single ship drives me absolutely crazy, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right, we're going to meet here. Now what I'll probably do is tell this guy, go refuel and ignore that jump move. And then second fleet, I'm just going to tell them to refuel again. Because a couple of their ships are low. Okay, there they go. They're topped off. So, it's not perfect to time this, but you can see when these guys are almost level with these guys, right? Almost the same radius from this point, I will send second fleet in too. In fact, I don't even mind if second fleet arrives late because although they do have more PD, I believe, per ship. So that would be pretty good. Yeah, we could really use this fast mining. I'm glad that's done soon. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wait till they're almost identical in radius because these guys take a while to jump, and that will be better. So at least I'll have a nice, exciting battle for you as our last thing we do. Okay, we're going to send them in. Meet them right about here. Here comes Second Fleet. Let's speed it up. Now that one ship I sent off to refuel, he'll eventually join us. Yeah, I think he got partially fueled. He'll eventually join us. Okay. All right, here's Third Fleet. Now they're going to send their fighters out. I think they have fighters. I'm 99% sure they have fighters. Okay, let's slow it down. Okay, now I don't want them to warp there, right? Because I don't want them to jump right in front of the base, but I'll move them slowly up. Wow, these guys came almost identical time. That was pretty good. All right, so let's move them up. Speed up a little bit till combat begins. It's not going to be, we're going to lose ships in this. All right, they're taking on see, now they're fighting the fighters. There goes all my PD weaponry. That's good. We're weakening the fighters there. And we're not, no, we're taking damage. Too badly. Oh, yeah, some of us are. Okay. Come on. Up. There goes the shields back up. See why that quick recharge I was talking about earlier is so important. All right, so now we're going to attack the base directly. Take out one at a time. Here comes some more fighters. If I had fighters, it'd be nice. It would keep these guys busy. Oh, I lost a ship. This could be a big mistake. I don't lose the admiral. Oh wow, every ship is hurt. Not good. Pull that cruiser back. He's almost dead. He's jumping away. Okay, good. Are we getting this thing? Oh, wow. Wow, this was a mistake. This was a big mistake. We got to get out of here. I don't think we're going to take it down. I don't know. Looks like... Oh, close. Second Fleet that's doing all the damage. New Admiral. Pretty good. All right, we did it. All right, let's get out of here. We are not prepared to take... All right, let's refuel and repair. Well, we got one of them. That's not bad. All right, so everybody's out of here. We should make it. Oh, a lot of these ships are not going to make it, actually. All right. And I don't think we can repair them either because... all right. Well, it wasn't a complete... Whoa, our colony's under attack. Oh, great. The hive is here. All right, and that changes everything. So, that's bad. I don't think we'll leave. We won't leave the planet. Oh, you know what? We had a lot of troops down there. I wonder if they held them off. Thank God I built some extra troops. Wow, I'd love to have seen that, but I missed it because we were so involved in that other battle. But that's a good place to end the episode. So our fleets got pretty hurt, pretty beat up, but we did take out one of the stations. I think with the newer techs, I'll invest in some newer techs, some fighters. We'll build some more. I'm going to build some cruisers, actually. I'll spend techs on cruisers. Yeah, I'm just looking what's going on over here. Oh, okay. They're gonna invade them, maybe? I don't know. Maybe they're at war. Yep, I've ignored this. I know. All right. So just to recap, we did take out one of those automated ships, but we took a lot of damage, though my admiral got a lot of experience, which was great. So my new admiral is doing really well. So that was good. And I think our famous Admiral Urad picked up some experience as well. So that's good. And we've got the hive at our newest colony. So we're going to have to take care of that. So we've got a lot to do next episode. Money is okay. Research is good. Well, we got that last research base, so we're doing really well. I've got to make some more decisions about technology, but particularly in the weapons area. So I'm going to really look to try to get the unique weapons for my race now. I think it may be possible. So that's the first thing we'll tackle in the next episode. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I know we're way into this series. Thanks for sticking with me. And I think next episode will be even more exciting as we take on the Hive, finally finish off those other 2 bases, get a little more technologies for my ships, and maybe see the unique technologies for my race in action. I think that would be great. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Take care.